Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Throwback Thursday. We find ourselves once again back in Hagenstedt. Hagenstedt, of course, being one of the base game maps from Farming Simulator 2013, or is also known as Farming Simulator for the Xbox. You know what? Did it come out on PlayStation as well that year for the first time? Not entirely sure. I knew it as just Farming Simulator for the Xbox. And, yeah, my first experience with Farming Simulator, I think it would be fair to say it changed my life as far as what I played on the console, that's for sure. Holy cow. Up until then, I was a first-person shooter guy. I loved any kind of first-person shooter. That was my primary focus. But then Farming Simulator came along. Yeah, thanks, Giants. Thank you so much. Actually, at the time, who was it? Starts with an F, right? Was it Focus or I forget who used to be on the main, I guess, producer of the game. But anyways, I yap too much. We are back here in Hagenstedt. We have another contract. We actually have two contracts assigned to us right now. Look at this thing. I don't know. I don't know where it came from. This I get. That looks oddly and very, very, very much familiar. This Crampy, is it Crampy? Crampy? Crampe? I think it's just Crampy, I think, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. I apologize if I am. The old Bandit 750. You know, it's not so much the trailer as it is the paint job or the materials used on it. That's pretty classy. And those rims aren't anything to just, you know, look away from either. Look at those bad boys. Reminds me of the rims I see on Steelcase trucks. If you're familiar with Steelcase office equipment, I see their semi trucks once in a while, and it's always been kind of a thing with the Steelcase trucks, at least, that they've always had really nice aluminum rims like that. I don't know if they're Alcoas or what brand they are, but the Steelcase trucks always looked. Used to see a lot more of them, but I think Steelcase downsized and all kinds of stuff. And well, that's a good size header. I just don't see as many of their trucks anymore. So thanks for joining me. I appreciate it as always. Let's get started on this. I want to talk to you a little bit about our subscribers hitting 500. I was pretty excited about that. I want to thank every one of you for that. Obviously, you all do the subscribing, so you all should be thanked for putting up with me. Oh, I think that's lined up fairly nicely. Not bad. A little bit maybe off, but not bad. Let's get started. I like this John Deere. So yesterday, after I got done recording Tranquil Waters, man, these John Deeres have nice interiors, don't they? What's going on there? Oh, a little bit of light action, maybe. So, finished up Tranquil Waters. I got done, and then I started doing some post-processing. I don't do a lot, but I did a little post-processing. Got done with that. I went. Oh, by the way, I am enjoying a adult water beverage and an adult stogie today. If you care to join me, that would be fantastic. I went to YouTube to upload the video, and I saw 500, and I'm like, well, wait a minute. When did we get to 500? You know, because I get emails. It's very hit and miss. My emails that I get from YouTube when someone subscribes. Sometimes I get them, sometimes I don't. I don't know why it does that. I wish I got an email every time. I honestly do. I do not, though. And I'm really kind of bummed that I didn't get the email for the 500th subscriber. Kind of bums me out. And I know 500's nothing to take like a celebration cruise over, or go out and quit your day job, or start bungee jumping and taking all kinds of life risks. It's just a nice milestone. For me at least, it's a cool milestone. I think for the channel, I think for all of us, it's just a cool little milestone, especially for those of you who have subscribed to the channel for quite a while. I missed it, but we cleared our 1-year anniversary back in July. I was actually kind of surprised. I thought I had started the channel later in August or something like that, but I think it was like around July, the middle of July, maybe even the third week of July. So we've cleared our 1-year anniversary. I've really enjoyed doing this. It's been a ton of fun, and listening or reading your comments, making who I call friends. I think it's fair to say. I think that's probably been the best part, is being able to do a little chat back and forth there in the comments with people I would have never met otherwise. And you all are super cool. Like, people I would easily... Yep, hit the tractor. People that I would easily hang out with and probably have a pretty darn good time, and maybe even get the police involved. Who knows? But anyways, I noticed it was 500, so I'm like, well, wait a minute. I gotta do something, So I went back and I added the text to the video because I wanted to mention it. I got that all done, getting it uploaded, and then this morning, which is Wednesday morning, so when the video is going to go live, I always generally record the night before. It dawned on me. If somebody unsubscribes from the channel, this is just going to ruin it. It's going to ruin it. I should have waited till 5:01. I should have waited till 5:01. But anyways, hey, you know what? We hit the mark. That can't be taken away. Even if someone unsubscribes, do as you see fit. But at least we saw the 500 number. I think I better go jump in the class and get prepared to do a little unloading. We're testing out a new mod today. I think TBG, you might have been the person who said that I should be a mod tester. In some ways, I think you're right. I seem to find problems with mods, oddly enough. I've talked about my job before. I'm in IT. I'm a techie dude. I do some desk side support. I do some other things. But anyways, you run across users. You just run across these users once in a while that PCs and they don't get along. They don't get along with PCs. It just is what it is. I really like these crappy trailers, by the way. I think they're pretty slick. I've always liked these things. So it's tall too. Thank goodness for no collisions. And I run across those people. It just seems like no matter what they do or what I do or what computer they have or whatever it might be. I'm going a little bit fast, aren't they? We need to give this thing a little bit of breathing room. They just find ways to break Windows in computers. So we're testing out a mod. The mod that I'm testing out today is one that came out today, and it's the extended HUD mod. I think it's called the extended HUD mod or something along those lines. It's like it's actually an extended help menu mod, and you might notice the help menu there, the F1, well, for PC users, F1, that it's a much longer than typical, I would say. It's supposed to be that. It's supposed to do that. It's supposed to allow for more information to be in the F1 help menu than what's by default. You know what I'm saying, in the game? I like this lid. Yeah. It's kind of like Squirrel, right? And so we're giving it a go, seeing, because sometimes there are things that are missing in the help menu that have key combinations that you don't see, and I've never understood that, why they don't show up in the controls. It's kind of weird to me. I think Giants maybe has a maximum displayed or something like that. Now I actually think, I'm not sure, and actually I'm remembering what the mod author said. I don't know if you can change it in game or if you have to go into the settings at the beginning when you start Farm Sim. There is an option for changing the size of the help menu. A percentage, I think it goes by. Easy, vehicle, arm sensitivity. I don't know if you can do that in game or if you have to do it before you start a map. Just kind of checking it out. Ooh, seems like there's a few more lumberjack options as well. I don't remember seeing that many lumberjack mod options here before. Additional game settings. I'll start gameplay. Trailer HUD, no. It might be that you have to change it in the settings, in the games, not the map settings, but the game settings, if you kind of catch my drift on the difference there. It's kind of looking that way. Anyways, you're supposed to be able to change the size of this controls menu. And the mod author even said that based on those settings, it might display, I don't know, odd or weird or something like that. I was actually going to bump that down because that looks pretty large, and I could probably scale that down. That's the word I was kind of looking for, scale, maybe. We are going to, this thing's going by pretty quick. I picked this particular contract mostly because I don't think we've been this far over on the west side of the map, and I kind of wanted to get down in this valley area. I'm just going to scooch out of your way, Mr. Man. Because we are over yonder, over here. Still want to do field 1. We're going to do field 1. We have to do field 1, whether it be through a contract or I just buy the stinking thing and we do something. Field 40. Wait a minute. Is field 40... What's bigger? Field 1 is 10.35. Oh, 40's the biggest. Okay. Maybe that's... I kind of wanted to do field 1 because I distinctly remember when I played Hagenstedt originally that this was a painful field at times to get through, you know. Back in the days of no mods and kind of just having to grunt it out with what equipment I had at the time. 40's even bigger. How much is 40? Wow, yeah, 40s. Okay, and how much are you, number one? 800, that's 900,000. Well, we can always borrow from the bank, right? This field here is actually actually going quite quickly. I'm kind of surprised at how fast. Of course, having a header that big kind of helps as well. How full is our trailer? All right, we're doing okay there. Now, we've got another contract lined up. You remember we did sugarcane the last time we were together? I finished that bad boy up. That wasn't too bad. It took a little while, but it wasn't too bad. Not a very big money maker. I'm not going to lie to you. Not a very big money maker at all. Field 5 is our other field. So let's, I can't really just zoom over there, can I? Where is field 4? Field 5 is up here. Okay. Nice, that's right. Yep, we've got some sugar beets. We've got this nice looking mat. We got a couple of Massies here. Dual trailer action. Let's pop those covers open. We're going to need to anyways. Let's shut him off. Let's run over to our sugar beet contraption. Oh, this is going to be interesting, isn't it? I wonder how... kind of thinking through what would be more friendly with this, course play or a hired helper. Because I feel like our best option usually to get... this is a pretty area of Hagenstedt, isn't it? It is a pretty area. I would hang out here. You got the nice park bench here. Yeah, very beautiful. You know, and the last time I remember... oh, what's down here? Oh, yeah, for sure. Campfire at night out here on the beach. Oh, man, I need to get out. I need to get out. Not today, though. Holy cow, is it hot. A scorcher today. And tomorrow, I believe, is going to be worse. We're getting that heat that's been rolling across the upper Midwest. My buddy in Minnesota got a hold of me yesterday. Hit 100 degrees. Not heat index, pure heat. Actual temperature. I lived in Minnesota for many years, and I can almost but guarantee, all but guarantee, I never remember hitting 100 solid on the thermostat. And of course, whenever he gets weather, it rolls east, and I end up getting it, and we are starting to get it. Let's get things unfolded. Are folded or unfolded? Okay, we need to fire both of those up. I know I'm struggling a little bit at the moment. I'm not used to using these contraptions. I think we need to lower... Oh, the vehicle is... What? Oh, okay, whatever. Let's fire off a run and make sure we're working okay. Oh, yep, we're collecting sugar beets. Let's take an interior view. I actually quite like the look of this setup. I just would not want to do a very large field of these Mamba Jambas with this equipment. You know, if I was in no hurry and I had, you know, a lot of time to do it on the gameplay, fine and dandy, but this would definitely be a bit of slow going, no question about it. So it has gotten very warm in my neck of the woods. My apologies if you're hearing a hum in the background. That is definitely the AC cooking away. because it's just too hot. I'm not a big heat fan to begin with, and I'll tell you, when it starts getting in the mid up to upper 80s and into the 90s for sure, forget about it for me. Oh, we're going to be full before we know it. That's going to be, I think, the challenge. I think that's going to be the challenge for us, is having to unload an often amount of times. I don't even think that makes sense how I just said that, but you guys get the idea. I've always liked the look of these Massey Fergusons. Don't see them very much in my neck of the woods. If I see a Massey around in my area, I would say I'm pretty confident I can say that it's much older style. I honestly don't think I've ever seen these newer Massey Fergusons up close and personal. Nice pair of Masseys side by side. I like these tractors though, I really do. I really do. They seem popular. Maybe I'm mistaken about this, but I will occasionally watch the Grassmen, I think they're called. Yeah, I know. I emphasize the Grassmen. They have a YouTube channel, and that's what they farm is grass, basically. They're in Ireland, if I'm not mistaken. Are they Irish or Scottish? Shoot. I feel bad whenever I can't remember that distinguishment. But they seem to be quite fond of Massey Fergusons. I've seen them with New Hollands. I've seen them with Kloss, John Deere. But yeah, definitely with some Masseys as well. You know, I reckon if I set up Courseplay... Actually, you know what? I think if I set up Courseplay and do an auto onload, that might actually be our best bet on this particular field. Yeah, I would say 9 times out of 10, if I am doing sugar beets, I'm leasing, if I don't already own one, I'm leasing the self-propelled jobbers. I'm not typically doing them this way, but I must say, it seems like when I've looked at sugar beet harvesting, unless it's a really large farm, more often than not, this is pretty much what you're gonna get, you know, because this equipment right here is not cheap either. Look at those PTO shafts going to town back there. How many, man, stinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then there's another one down. Oh no, there's more than one down there. 1, 2, see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Am I counting that? I think so. I think I counted that right. It's 8 or 9 PTO shafts there. Oh yeah. I can't even imagine how many grease fittings are on something like this. Oh, 100%. So I'm assuming if we go over... Oh yeah, it just leaves the potatoes on the ground, doesn't it? To come back and pick up later, I guess. Alright, let's do this. Let's give something a go here. Just, oh, I know, but I don't care. That's fine. You just do what you need to do right there, Chief. I hope we're not losing. Are we losing sugar? I said potatoes. My apologies. If I said potatoes, I mean sugar beets. Oh yeah, look at all those beets laying on the ground. You can't have beets on the ground. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, I have seen them harvested that way where they... Where's our... Where they, and then they use one of those, gigantic looking ground scooper deals. In fact, I think Giants has, I don't even know what it's, is it under sugar beet? This guy here, right? And these things unfold and just scoop up the beets, and then this arm comes over and swings around, and if I'm not mistaken, it or is that arm a counterweight or something? I don't know what this arm, maybe it's a counterweight, but yeah, this thing unfolds and comes out and you can unload into trailers. So yeah, I think some of the sugar beet farmers don't trailer or don't run carts like this. And maybe it's for this reason, because of the sheer quantity, that it's just easier for them to dump it on the ground and then come back with that gigantic scooper. And I was watching one sugar beet production deal where they were doing that, and okay. I don't know if I'm close enough. Nice. And they were doing exactly that. They were no, Brad. Hold your horses there, Chief. Is that trailer full? Oh, glory be. Oh, glory be. All right, I'll that's not great, but I'll take it. And that's what they were doing, and they would come back with one of those ropas, scoop up all the sugar beets off the ground, and just, I don't even think they were picking them up with a trailer from there. I think they were putting them into a massive pile on the side of the field, and then they were coming back later or something. It was a pretty cool operation to watch, though, no doubt. So let's do this. Let's can I do, I'm going to turn both off. And we are going to see what happens when we do, just for the sake of science, a create a job action. That is correct, Amundo. Number of headlands, honestly, I'm just gonna say 0, and let's just see. Let's just see what happens. Multiple tools, I think we can leave that as 1. I think that basically means it should actually say multiple vehicles, in my opinion, because it's actually the number of vehicles on the same field. So I don't know why they don't change that to multiple vehicles. Field create, blah, 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 blah. Let's generate. And then let's confirm. Raise tools late, lower tools early. Avoid driving in the fruit. I don't care. Allow reverse for pathfinding. Okay, hey, whatever. Float your boat. Only turn on the field. I'll leave that activated. I guess we could deactivate that, but whatevs. And he wants to start right over here, so let's take him over. Man, Throwback Thursday always goes by so fast. We're already hitting 30 minutes and are close to 30. And I just always feel like it just goes by so quickly. Now, instead of starting there, since we obviously have already done a lineup here. Why don't we go down and start the other way? It's not going to be perfect, but it'll get the job done. There we go. Nearest waypoint. Yes, sir, indeedly. Indeedly doodly. The front is lowered. The back is lowered. I'm going to go ahead and start both. I'm going to get him on the path. On the path to righteousness. The path of sugar beet righteousness. Nearest waypoint and go. Now, I don't know what the likelihood of it self-unloading is, but we're gonna find out. That would be a horrible place to... Oh, that would be an awful place to be standing, right? I love looking at these contraptions, though. This one's not quite as complicated as the self-propelled, but it's still... took some engineering, no question about it. Yeah, I wish I could stand on top of the equipment and kind of ride along with it. I mean, unless these are sealed... Ooh, he's making some seriously wide turns. Unless everything is sealed on this thing, it's got to have 50 grease points. I'd have to believe, because I'm assuming you'd have to grease every single one of those PTO, because they've got to be universal joints too, right? They got to be able to flex and stuff. But you know what? That's a job. I know I've told you this before, I think. In fact, I'm pretty sure I have probably mentioned it before. I would take that job. I would gladly be a grease guy on a farm. You know? In fact, I would be willing to admit and say, oh, did he get... Is he full? Yeah, and he's not really heading our way, is he? I would be more than willing to say that if that's all I did, you know, that's your job. You grease the equipment all the time. You got to keep the equipment greased. Do all the the morning maintenance. So if it's greasing, fueling, checking the tire pressures, just kind of being a Jiffy Lube dude on a farm. That'd be amazing. Hey, dude, wait for me. Wait for me. Wait for me, because you're not going to get very far if you don't wait for me. I'm going to be full. I'm full. If I'm full, you're in trouble. So where do we need to go? Let me cover these up. Where exactly are we supposed to unload these sugar beets? Please, for the love of all mankind, let it be relatively close to the garden center. I think I know where the garden center is. That is not close. I think the garden center is down here. Oh. Okay. Let's try this. We've had such good success with this in the past that that we might as well try it again. Oh. He's going for it. He's going for it. Surely be. Our harvester's already full. That dude's pretty legit. I'll give him credit. He's pretty legit. He doesn't charge an arm and a leg, and he gets the job done. He's been known to drink a little on the job, but hey, you know, what are you going to do? It's hard to find good help. All right, so he is trucking along. You're full. I'm tempted. I'm so tempted to just dump it on the ground. I don't think you can. You can't make. I think I've asked this before, and I think I looked into this, but I don't think you can make Courseplay dump on the ground. I really wish you could. If you all know if that's possible, let me know. But I don't think it is. Because if it was, I would suggest that we dump on the ground and we'll just lease one of those Ropas and give it the old college try. I guess we just could manually do it, but I'm a little lazy for that at the moment. Oh, you're full too. I'm so sorry. I've been neglecting my... Does this thing have a hitch? I'm not seeing a hitch. I'm wondering if that mud flap down there on the bottom will flap. I'm not seeing it flap much. Oh, maybe it's flexing a little. Yeah, it's flexing. Okay, I see it. I see you moving. Very nice. Very nice indeedly do. Oh, the Kloss is feeling... Uh-oh. Oh, that's weights. Okay. I'm like, boy, I think our driver just got stuck somewhere. Our Kloss is feeling the load at the moment. But we're coming. We're coming, Mr. John Deere. We are coming. I must not have self-unload enabled, or it's just simply not working. Not really sure. I'm going to assume this is going to come close to filling up our trailer. But I'm also thinking he might be able to finish this field. And we do have that second trailer over there that we can use if we'd like. Oh, I like the flashy flashes on this. Kind of fancy. I wish... I actually, you know, I've said before, you know, in America, at least my neck of the woods, you don't see trailers like this. Well, I don't know if you see trailers like this anywhere with this kind of a finish, but this, we got some poking through. I wish we did. I think this is like pretty sweet looking. Like, I'd like to see something like this going down some country roads. That'd be pretty bad, as the kids say. Bad, but so good. Oh, we're full. Let's go change out trailers. You know, it's kind of funny. There are things that some people get upset about with Farming Simulator. Things that, you know, they say are glitchy or are bad or whatever. And this is one of them. I've heard this before. That crop poking through the tarp like that. You know what? That's been around forever. It's been around as long as I've played the game, back in 13, and I am imagining it was around before that even. I find it just endearing in a way. It was like how used to seeing rain, how I got used to seeing rain coming through every roof in the game. Like, you would park all your vehicles in these barns in order to, you know, have them parked in a barn to protect them. But when it rained, the rain would just come through the roof anyways. So every map either had the worst roofs in the world, or the game just didn't know how to deal with rain right. Giants eventually fixed that. What version of Farm Sim did Giants finally get rain to not come through roofs? I can't even remember. I feel like 15, that was still happening, right? I feel like they fixed the rain through the roof at the same time that they fixed corn coming through the floorboards. You remember the days when crops would just come right through the bottom of your tractor? And I feel like whatever version that was fixed, they also fixed the rain. So they must have just had something fixed in Giant's editor with collisions or something where they were finally able to make sense of some things. I'm wondering if, because the other thing that you never saw before was the folding over of the crops. That was not a thing either. Crops were pretty stiff and they wouldn't bend. And I'm wondering if that was also something that came along at the same time, which might make sense as to why we don't see the crops poking through the floorboards of the tractors anymore. I remember driving around FS13. You just get used to it too, right? I remember driving around on FS13 and being inside of a tractor, and you're just getting smacked in the face with corn. You know, any kind of tall crop, you're just used to seeing it smacking you in the face when you're driving the tractor. And then how nice it was when it was finally fixed. I feel like that's something my mom and dad used to do to me. You know, like, not smack me in the face with corn, but they probably did that. They probably would have if corn would have been around when I deserved it. I tell you what, man, in my house, growing up, if you were gonna make my mom, I'll say this, yeah, I can't drive straight. If you were gonna make my mom mad, my dad generally, I would say, was a little less reactive. But when he did get mad, he was kind of like the final mad, you know. But my mom, if you were going to make her mad, don't do it in the kitchen. I would say you didn't want to do it in the kitchen, and you didn't want to do it in the garage, because there were just way too many things for her to grab to whack you with. Because, you know, Dad always had the belt, right? You always had the belt. But Mom, even if she was wearing a belt, they were the women's belts, you know, the ladies' belts, or they were kind of dainty, you know, unless you were ABBA. You know, one of the lady singers in ABBA, was it Frida or Agnetha, I think her name was? They wore like 8-inch belts. Like, that was 1970s style belt action. But my mom, you know, would always wear those skinny women's belts, and it probably would hurt. But I think she opted for more traditional, excuse me, sorry, implements, like wooden spoons, breadboards, cat of nine tails. No, I'm kidding. It certainly wasn't abusive, but fly swatter, the fly swatter. Oh. That one was a whole different kind of pain. Let's go check on our Massey. I kind of forgot about our driver. Oh, he made it. Dude. I'm so sorry I doubted you. That is my bad. He's probably been sitting here for 10 minutes. I had no faith. But the fly swatter was a whole different level. Let me get both of these on here, because I think we can dump both at the same time. Dump. Dump. Yeah, twin dumps. We're getting the twin dump action. Nothing like a twin dump on Hagenstedt. I like that. I might have to create a new thumbnail for Hagenstedt and have it be the twin dumps. Well, let's see how lucky we get. Do hired helpers leave tire tracks? I know you're probably thinking, Brad, that's a dumb question, but I don't see his tire tracks, and I think he came from that direction. So I'm kind of thinking they don't leave tire tracks. It's like if a tree falls in the woods, does it make a noise? Well, do hired helpers leave tire tracks if you don't watch them? Apparently not. Set destination, please. Where the heck are we? We are way over yonder here. I am going to say, dude. No, we're not 10. That's our corn, isn't it? I almost screwed that up. I almost sent him to the wrong field. Brad. Brad. What you doing, buddy? Get it together. Stop yapping and get it stinking together. Field 5. All right, so we're going to see if we can... Why is it... Okay. Set destination. Wow, that seemed really hard. Go, buddy. Yeah. You know it's going to work when you see those front tires do the little jiggle. I wish we could get Gwen to do some action for us. That'd be so nice. As long as it's not office worker dude, I'm okay. Gwen! Yeah, she's back. You go, girl. I knew she would come back for this John Deere. She's got a soft spot in her heart for John Deere. Hey, Gwen, you can go down the middle of that if you wanted to. I'm just saying, you know, next time. I shouldn't tell Gwen how to operate a combine, though. She gets a little testy over that, I'm not going to lie. So, yeah, my mom... excuse me. I'm really sorry, guys. My mom, great lady. Fantastic. I would not trade either one of my parents in for anything. They are, I should say, still with me, fortunately. They, really, really good people. I was very lucky. I got the right draw into the right into the stick, the right draw. I don't know what to say, but I could have done so much worse. All right. Let's see if we get lucky. I think we're going to fill this trailer up is what I'm thinking. We are going into a little bit of overtime. I hope you all don't mind. Does this have a... This has a hitch. But I don't think the Kloss can handle... I'm thinking the Kloss is not going to handle both these trailers very well. But let's see what happens. I don't even know. I think it should hook. Maybe not. That'll be the first thing. I like the way the contract, when you borrow equipment, gives you the trailer for that corn head. Actually, that's kind of a stupid thing for me to say and kind of act like that's dumb, because technically you're supposed to pick the equipment. I don't think it's hooking up. I don't think we've got the right connections for this anyways. Yeah, that's not looking good. Okay, that's fine. We gave it the college effort. Where do we need to go to unload? I was gonna say, typically you go pick up the equipment at the store when you borrow when you borrow the equipment, but I have it delivered to the field, so yeah, there's that. Corn. Oh, to the garden center. To the garden center, Batman. Okay, well, that makes it a little easy. Let's set a destination. No. Very nice. Off to the races. Thank you, sir. Now, what we can do here, since we are Don't look if if you get triggered by cheating. Don't look at this, what I'm about to do. I almost went to the wrong field again. But yes, if cheating triggers you, I apologize for that. Let's get the Schluter. Man, I like that front weight on that Schluter. That looks good, doesn't it? That looks really good. I'm a front weight fan. You all know. I should have called my channel Front Weight Gaming. Because I love front weights. Oh, the Schluter's... Oh, the Schluter does not like... Wow, really? Oh, that's not going to work at all. Well, let's do this then. Let's disconnect. I mean, this is what it's this is what it's all about, right? Okay. Let's disconnect this. We can back up. Okay, stay there, Mr. Schluter. You stay there. No, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Okay. Let's take a peek ski at this front weight. I'm pretty sure we can add more to it. Oh. Oh, yes. Okay. Oh, man. That's 9.2 tons? How much is on there now? We've got... Is that 2? All right, so we've got 2... They call them... Do they call these things... these are suitcase weights, correct? I should know, right? Since I'm a big front weight man. I think these are suitcase weights, if I'm not mistaken. So we're at 18.87. Oh, it goes straight. Wow, it goes way up, doesn't it? It goes 1.9 to 3.6. All right, then. Well, that put the... Are those front wheels still off the ground? Yeah, that's not looking good. It must be the way this trailer is connecting. Okay, so that... You can see that little flap there on the right. Kind of doing the open and closey thing. I'm looking to see if it's possible. I always have to deactivate the stinking open HUD with mouse thing. I'm looking to see if it's possible to get that trailer to... Oh, that's the door on the Schluter. Do I have the trailer selected? That might help, Brad. Yeah. Alright, that's the doors. Well, it looks like you can't adjust the leveling on the trailer. Let's leave the Crompy. I mean, there's no way. I mean, that's... Oh, that got it. Holy cow. That got the wheels on the ground. Did it? Yeah, it looks like they're... Yeah, it looks like they're pretty much there now. Kinda. Alright. Let's send the Schluter on a drive. I have no way. There's no way the Schluter's gonna make it. If it has any hills at all. Oh, didn't like that. Maybe if I encourage it a bit this way. Oh, she does not want to turn real well. And look at that massive front weight. That's like having 2 VWs on the front of your tractor. Let's set destination. You still don't want to? should have grabbed our case. All right. Wait a minute. Why doesn't the old Schluter want to... Why won't you work? I'm not accepting that as a... Stop, Schluter. Stop, Schluter. Let's disconnect the trailer. Boy, who would have thought that was going to happen? We're going to, again, avert your eyes if you are triggered by cheating. Brad, why are you having this much... Okay. Just having some serious difficulties finding things. We're sending the Schluter back home because it's not behaving. We're going to grab the Puma. We are going to send the Puma. That was corn, right? I don't know if the Puma is going to have any more luck. It's weird. It's like sometimes the hired help seems to work flawlessly and sometimes not so much. Was that not? Oh, it's down. I'm like, where am I, man? I forgot we made it a little ways down the hill. Or did the trailer slide somewhere down the hill? I don't remember if we made it this far or not. All right, let's get the Puma attached and let's just see if it has. It's weird how some vehicles seem to really very easily will go where you tell them, and some just don't want to. Oh, it looks like the other dude arrived already. He's gonna go. Yeah, front wheel jiggle, off to the races. Oh, by the way, that should be fermented here sometime this afternoon. I'm so sorry, that one dude is waiting forever. Our sugar beet person is just... they're on lunch now. They're like, yeah, call me when you stop screwing around and actually get an empty cart back here. Where is our... Where... Every time I see that Schluter, it cracks me up. All right, let's go empty. Yeah. If I keep farting around like this, it's going to take all day and into tomorrow. Oh, I know. It's going to take forever for this sugar beet field to get done. Oh, come on, really? I should probably enable stop while unloading. Oh, get up there, Massey. There you go, buddy. You can do it. Just get enough so... And this I think this harvester fills up on one... I think it fills up completely on just one pass, if I'm not mistaken. Or darn near. Alright, we are going to have to wrap this up. I'm having a lot of fun. It always seems like this happens where I get into this Throwback Thursday and get into this stuff and time just flies. If you're still with me, wow, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to get at least this corn harvest, I think, wrapped up. I don't know. Who knows? But thank you all so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. I would really appreciate it. Again, thank you so much for your subscriptions. Always appreciate it as well. And make sure you take care of yourselves and, very importantly, take care of each other. We'll be back in tranquil waters tomorrow for wrapping up the week. So looking forward to seeing you all then. Have a great and safe Thursday. Bye for now.